Hello, good evening to you all. This is Flip TV, brands, products, and services brought to you by FCBA Aki One Day. Yes, for the brands of the week, I have two guests. By my right hand side is the Mr. Samuel Adar.
Hello, thank you very much for having me, Clip TV.
I'm happy to have you too. And by my left hand side is Mr. Samson Sunday.
Thank you very much for pleasure.
You're
meeting you.
welcome, both of you, to Flip TV today. And well, we're looking at you. I made you guys. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm so eager to have you guys on Flip TV today.
Yeah.
And looking at your brands, I would like you to talk. Yes, I know everything about you. I know you as ICT, as a lot of things, and you both of you you work, you do with technologies.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but for the people to get to know more about it, because a lot of our people out there watching us want to know what is actually ICT, want to know how do we use technology, what are the powers behind technology, and how do we make money from it. So, can you enlighten us about it?
Well, thank you very much for having me in the studio. My name is Samuel Abuadache. I'm an ICT consultant and online digital entrepreneur. And very quickly, I want to go straight up into what information ICT is all about. ICT is all about information and communication technology. All right. So when you look around the world today, you find out that technology is taking over the globe. All right. So everything we do these days involves technology. So we are taking it as a campaign to every door to ensure that everybody gets understanding of what this technology is all about. Now, as you look around yourself, you find out that this device called phone is just like an integral part of us that we can't do without it. So everybody are users of all of this device. So we want to show people how they can how they can be careful while using this technology, and how they can save their money, and how they can also protect themselves as they're using technology. So that is what we're all about.
ICT.
Yes.
All right. So with this age of technology, so you need to know how you can use your technological devices carefully, because it can also implicate you. So that is why we are out here to help people in getting those information which ordinarily they won't get without the aid of this information and communication technology. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well, when you were saying we have to be careful the way we handle our phone, doesn't mean what is inside this phone that, as in, I would like you to enlighten us
Okay.
on what are those harmful parts of the telephone that we use on a daily basis.
Okay, the thing is that everything that has advantages has disadvantages as well. Now, this technology has been invented to assist everybody, to make work easier. But there are also disadvantage aspect of this technology that people need to know. Now, for instance, you using this technology, you understand, it has already exposed you to the public. All right, it has already exposed you to the public, and anything can happen at any time. Like, for instance, somebody might decide to track you down, or somebody might decide to actually monitor your calls when you're making a phone calls. So that is why we took it upon ourselves to educate the people on all of this stuff. So if you're using a smartphone, the disadvantages of using a smartphone, that is to make out your loved one out to flip through the internet, and the disadvantages of it is that you need to be very, very careful, because somebody can actually barge into your privacy without your consent. So we are actually showing people how they can prevent all of this stuff, okay? Because a lot is happening. So you making a phone call, somebody can monitor you. In any location you are, anybody can monitor you. People can even take advantage of this technology to barge into your bank account and so many stuff like that. So if you're using the technology, you ought to know some basic knowledge about that technology. What happens if you expose your banking identity online? What happens if you expose, you mistakenly tap some things, or you see some strange signs and arrow at the top corner of your phone? What happened? All right, so that is what it's all about. So technology also had more disadvantages as well. So you need to learn the basics of this technology, how you can prevent yourself from being harmed, all right, from these fraudsters and people out there.
Well, so what are the basis of this technology that we're talking about?
So the basis of this technology is about giving people information that could help them to know more things as they use their gadgets, either their TVs, their computers, like your phones. So, and these days, many people, they are exposed to so many things online which they don't have knowledge on, especially for the social medias. So from this platform now, you get to see that a lot of scammers are out there getting to hack into people's accounts using their identity to scam people. And you know, like they say, ignorance is not an excuse for breaking the law. So when these people they use your identity now to scam people, you know, when they track you down, you know the police they have special gadget which they use to track people down that into all those fraudulent activities. So when they do this now, you know your identity will be there. So there will be nothing you will tell them that you they will believe you. So you need to have a very good knowledge of your social media account, because these are the ways people are using these days now to scam people online. Thank you very much.
So does it mean we having myself? I have Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter. Does it mean YouTube? Does it mean because of that, in the course of that, people can get to have my contact?
Just like some basics we talk about when we talk about basics actually, you using a Facebook account, you need to, there are other means of protection that Facebook have, rendered to people,
Influenced.
influence to people, yeah, something like that. So and so you ought to set your security by yourself, all right, for somebody not to barge into your privacy, just like I said. So some basic thing actually that you need to know. Like for instance, I was with a friend of mine and I checked his phone and his location was always on. All right, and that thing alone can actually they can actually use that thing alone to track you down.
Locations. Like
Always
when we
on the phone.
on our locations.
Yeah, on the
right?
phone, location is not supposed to be on all the time, and sometimes you want to use some particular app, they will actually allow this particular app to access your location. Fine. After that usage, you're supposed to off your location of your phone and all of that, and you're supposed to even check at the time your line manipulation, like you check who is barging into my privacy if I'm making a particular call right now, and some sensitive things in your bank account are not supposed to be exposed. All right, some people will just like expose their banking details online, or like somebody send you a message on the WhatsApp and they say click on this particular link. All right, this link people are sharing, federal government is sharing 20 billion, not knowing that that link is actually exposing your details online to those scammers out there, because your phone, your banking details might be what your banking details are usually saved in your phone or in your Gmail. So when clicking on some of those unnecessary links actually can actually expose you. So those are the basic things one need to understand.
So does it mean when we open our Gmail or any email or so, where we should be careful the way we try and click on any
any
news or link or so?
Yeah, any link you're clicking on should be authenticated, and you should make sure that link is from a known source, not an unknown source. All right, because anybody these days can just generate a link, and once you click on that link, your identity, everything about you will be exposed. You might not know, and a lot of things will be just happening like that. Sometimes you might just see debit alert. Sometimes somebody might just call you and tell you it's calling from your bank just because your identity has already been exposed. So and they'll try to trick you and try to give them some details, and before you know, everything about you is gone.
Wow. Okay. Actually, I have an experience some times ago about there is this they sent a message that COVID-19 allowance
The relief,
this
something
thing
like that.
relief this thing. So I was like, I like to investigate. I want to know, get to the root of something. So though I shared around as they asked me to,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know. I shared among people that are within, that really, that even if they feel offended, I can really say I'm sorry. So I wanted to get to the root of that matter. But at the end of the day, I found myself that I got with this thing. I was like, this they said from the government, and arrived me at bets. What do you call them now?
Bet, all of these bet companies,
In short, bets.
Yeah.
So and at the end of the day, they chatted me. I was like, I didn't give my number out. How did this? Who is chatting from? I applied for, because I was as they were. What actually motivated me was the fact that it's coming from the government.
Yeah.
But I never knew as at then that it could be a scam using criteria and informations of government and stuff. Like a real like as if government is aware.
Yeah.
And I was obeying the instructions
Understand.
until it got to that level that they chatted me. I was like, what? Who is this person? Say from that one application, yes. And now log in. I just like, at least let me get to one root before I step back. So I've been hearing that they do the scamming thing, but I was like, this one looks real. But let me just get to the root. At least I can help somebody that is ignorant or that is, let me just, I don't care, I was not looking like, let me just, I just want to know what's going to end this matter. So fine, they chatted me. Before I know it, there's just one number just call me, and if I pick, I noticed that they started cutting my account till they finished the money. They were cutting it 10 naira, 10 kobo, 15 naira, 100 naira. They were cutting like that till the whole money finished. And thank God, I just thank God I was not having more than about 5,000 naira they cut from the money. I was thanking God it's no more than that, because I used to have high. I was like, what is happening? I went to the application, I blocked, still that I blocked, they still contacted me. So in that kind of situation, does it mean that the link government can be deceiving, or how do I, can you clarify that?
Okay, on that aspect, like I said before, on our social media platform, you are prone to so many things from like scammers are out there, a lot of them to scam people. So there are links that they can generate and send to you. So once you click on that link now, it will bring out so many details about you. It can be, your line now has been linked to your national identity card, and there are so many informations there that they could also get. So, and that line again, you also use it for your banking transaction and all of that. So immediately you click on that now, any details that is linked to that line, it will bring it out. So through there now they can get access to so many things about you, your banking record, your BVN. So they can get all of those things. That's why whenever you get any link from anybody like that, always try to verify and have a good review of it. You can check for that particular program. Maybe if they say to the federal
How do
government.
we verify?
So you can verify it probably online to check if anything is happening like that. You can check your YouTube. So you have a video review of that on your YouTube. So you see where people talk about it, if this thing is real or if it is scam. Yes, you can also check on Facebook, or you go to the page of that Department of Government. Let me just say National Emergency Management Agency now. You can go to their social media handle and check if anything like that is going on. So if you don't see anything like that, just know that that link is not a verified one. So they are just trying to hack into your privacy to get other information which they need from you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. But how do they get to have my contact? Because as in, for them to have sent such a link to me, it means somebody that knows me.
Well, like we said, we're in the world of technology, and everything is very, very possible. And technology is making everything so simple. All right. In clicking your link, they might have programmed their own system in such a way that, look, anytime this person click on the link, remember there are particular times when Google will ask you to help you save your details, some of your details, like your banking details or probably your password, like that. You understand? And this Google we're talking about, you are clicking that link with that particular phone we're talking about. Understand? So when you click that link, automatically those details in your phones, they can automatically have access to that.
Oh, am I trying to believe that Google can scammers can work with Google?
No, it's not as if they are working with Google. They are just taking advantages of the fact that now it's just like
because Google is meant to protect.
Yes, it's meant to protect. But you're giving them access. Now Google will protect you. It's just like, okay, Google wants to protect you, but just like you registering in a website or maybe your banking PIN, your bank will want to protect you and tell you that, look, don't give this unique PIN to anybody.
Okay.
All right. So it's not the bank duty to come and start by your side all the time and tell you, look, don't give this your PIN to anybody.
Okay.
Anytime you expose your PIN, your bank has nothing to do with that. So this is the same role that is Google is playing. They are trying to help you out. All right. They are trying to help you out to protect some of your privacy. But once you willingly expose that privacy out, there is nothing they can do about that again. Google came up with these things like somebody trying to barge into your privacy, somebody trying to hack into your Gmail. Google will notify you and tell you that, look, somebody is trying to log into your Gmail at this particular location. You understand? To some extent, Google goes to make sure that everybody has been protected, but to some extent, you need to do your own part by yourself. Else, there is nothing they can do.
Okay, but how can these scammers have access to your accounts, to your money?
to your
when the
money.
bank is met, as in bank should always know. It means, because sometimes I used to think like some of the scammers work at the bank.
Well, we can say
Because
we can say some of them have a direct link to
to
people
the
doing it. At,
people working at the
people
bank.
working in the bank and people, we can say that because we have seen too many uh, scenarios like that which is happened. And another thing again, by not only just by clicking on the link, they have a way of maneuvering these things, and also by clicking on any means at all. Somebody can just okay. I have so many people they have called, even I myself, they have called me one time like that. I was like, is your name not Samuel? This is your BVN. I want you to give me, what is it
Yeah,
called?
that
Some
also happened to me once.
I wanted to give me some. We have a emergency in our bank. Your line account, bank account is having issues, so
Yeah,
we want to
it's like
upgrade you or
need
something like
bank
that.
or account upgrade, something
Yeah,
like
you need account upgrade, and this is what I want you to do. Call me the last digit of your ATM pin and the CVV, so many things like that. And before you know, if they trick you like that, if you are not somebody that is that is advanced in technology, you can easily give it to them because they know everything about you. They have called you, probably maybe somebody working at the bank link you to them, or maybe they got access to your banking details once you click on a link or something like that. And again, I always tell people, when you're buying something online, authenticate the particular platform you're buying that thing from. You understand? Because some of these guys also can just create a link and tell you that okay, you can actually shop online here.
but how do people, why we have a lot of people that are ignorant,
Yeah, sure.
that are not learned. How do they authenticate?
Okay, that is why Infominds Technology, where I currently work right now, is taking the campaign door to door. Understand, to educate these people. Now we understand the fact that we're still in the world of technology, but it's not everybody that have access to this kind of phones like Android or iOS or what is it called. So there are some people out there that are still using the small phone. That's the button phone we're talking about. So now we're not trying to make this thing online alone. We're trying to take the campaign to every household, on the street, to let them know. That's why we're going with a pamphlet to let them know. Look, these are the basic things you need to know about technology. All right, this is what you would do to protect your bank account and avoid giving anybody your banking details anytime they call you. So that's why Infominds Technology is taking the campaign down to door to door. That's what we're doing now with a small pamphlet like that, educating Nigerians on how to go about that, because it's not everybody that is exposed to internet, not to talk of knowing fraudulent activities.
Well, but in a situation whereby I lost my phone, and I want to, I try to, or somebody stole my phone, and I try to get the information from the phone, or maybe one way or the other they started to, the person, maybe I have a password on the phone, and when they collected the phone, a person could, how could a person get the access to my password?
Okay.
That
Okay, so for that of your phone password, this password you put on your phone is not 100% guaranteed that your phone and other information in that phone is secure, because a lot of things now in this age of technology, people have softwares that are more advanced that they can use to wipe out the application of your phone and install a new software which will give them access to the information that you have stored on your phone, probably on your Google account, which is your Gmail. And as well, another area that they can have access to your information is through your SIM card. That's why whenever we go out for this our enlightenment, we normally tell people that they should always put a password on their SIM card, because if you don't put a password on your SIM card, it is just like an open door to those people to get your information.
really,
Yes.
so we can wait. I said we can get our, we can secure our SIM card with
Yes, you can secure your SIM card. Let me give you a scenario of what actually happened. A lot of people have been calling me about the same issues. Now, one thing we tell people is always secure your SIM card aside your phone. The password you're putting in your phone does not guarantee your security, or your entire security. Now, let me break this thing down for you now. Now, you see the SIM card in your phone is directly linked with your bank account, right? That is why you can carry out USSD transaction at any time. You can buy airtime from the bank. You can do a lot of things from the bank. Now, do you know what they do now? Now, if somebody, probably steal your phone, for instance, this is what they'll do. They'll just extract your SIM card from the phone and use it to carry out fraudulent activities. Now, this is what they do. Once they extract your SIM card from your phone, they'll put it in their own phone now. Once they put it in their own phone, they'll try to buy airtime from your bank. They have all the old USSD code for all the banks, Access Bank star 901 hash, First Bank star 894 hash. So once they dial a particular USSD code for a particular bank and it's not going through, they know you are not banking with that bank. So if they dial a particular USSD code for a particular bank and it's going through, automatically they know this person is banking with what? With that particular bank. And they always, and your bank, this is what they always do. Anytime you're buying airtime, observe these two things. You see something like self, you also see something like others. Now, anytime you click on yourself, that self, your bank will always assume you are the one buying the airtime. So there's no need for you to put any password since the phone is in your hand. But that's where some of them got it wrong anyway, because I can just extract your SIM card from your phone and put in my own phone and get the USSD code of your bank and just click on that self. They will assume I am the one, you are the one buying that airtime. And once I click on that self, if you have 50,000 naira there, I can buy airtime worth of what? 50,000 naira. And these days, there are applications they use to convert airtime into cash. You understand? So we also ask people to secure their what? Their SIM card as well. And you talked about, how can somebody get access to your phone, whatever, with their advanced software, just like as my colleague said. So your password is not even what some people don't even use the password. They just have to combine some buttons, and before you know, your password is off.
Mm.
So that is that.
Wow. I'm getting more nervous. Okay, look, for example now, in a situation whereby I the location of my phone, maybe I lost the phone and I want to get it.
Okay.
And at least it's an Android phone. It has a way we can hack the location, and
That is tracking the location
they
down.
track and they hack the phone and ability to get the phone
Yeah.
out. But when you have that access, but still you couldn't get to the location, what do you do?
Now this is it. When you're talking about maybe you lost your particular phone and you want to track that phone down. Now we always advise people again. In your phone there is a particular place where you see put on an enable to track or enable to locate, something like that, and your location. And we always tell people, make sure you have your Gmail in your Android phone. All right, it can be your iOS device. So if you have your Gmail, no, the person taking your phone might be novice. We have advanced people
Scammers.
in the game. So once they immediately
We have novice.
we have novice. So a novice can just take your phone.
That's so amazing.
You can just take your phone and
Okay.
take it to a nearby person. Maybe we'll call them hunger thief anyway. A nearby person and tell them, look, how much will you buy this phone? Maybe you just take the phone down to anywhere and unlock the password. Say, how much will you buy this phone? Neglecting the fact that that phone can be tracked down. Okay, a novice can just sell the phone to somebody that is novice that phone is a stolen phone. And in such manner, that person will not even care about going further with the phone. He will just leave your Gmail in the phone. In that aspect, you can use another phone because your Gmail is here. Like we have the find my device app. All right, find my device app can also help you to monitor the location of your phone at a particular time. Now we also have advanced technology. Okay, in case the find my device is not happening, in case you meet the higher, advanced scammers or the thief, what they will do, they will remove your Gmail from that phone. They will wipe everything and install another software in that phone. Now the only way you can also track that one down is using the IMEI, International Mobile Equipment Identifier. Using the IMEI number of the phone. You can also use that, but those devices, they are not just open to the masses anyhow. They are in the police department, and some people have a license on operating that, but they are not common. Okay, so using that method as well, you can just contact any of those people and they can help you track the phone down.
Okay. But in a situation whereby, for example, maybe I forgot my password, the password I used for my SIM card,
Okay.
and I forgot it, would that not be a risk on my side? What other means can I use to get my phone? Because I went into a mess years ago when I was so novice like this. So they said I should put password in this and that. So I put. So at the end of the day, I couldn't remember what was the password. And I found out above all, they said they blocked my SIM.
Yeah.
So, and unable to, I put POC is not working, I put PIN is not working. So what can I do?
Okay, so in such situation, that's why we always advise people that before you put a password on your SIM card, make sure you know your POC, your personal unblocking key. And as well, before you put any password, make sure you take a jotter, write down that password so that you don't forget it, because once you forget it, then your SIM will be blocked when once you try it 3 times. That is why we ask people to always make sure they keep that password they are putting on their SIM card very safe. They should write it down and keep it safe in case they might forget the password.
So in addition to that, again, if you forget your SIM card, your POC number, you can easily use another line to call your service provider. It can be MTN, it can be Glo, it can be Airtel, Mobile, depending on your location and depending on the country you are. So when you call your service provider, they are going to ask you some basic questions about yourself, just for them to be satisfied that that SIM card actually belongs to you. And so once you can give them those, well, it has happened to some people closer to me sometimes, and I told them the same thing. They called them, they asked them some basic questions. Where did you register the SIM? What's your name? What's your local government? And once you answer those basic questions, they'll send the personal locking key for you, and you can just unlock your SIM card.
Well, thank you so much. You know, I'm enjoying this conversation because I'm learning from you guys.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, for example, a situation whereby I need to open a website,
Okay.
and I really don't know how. I have tried. I opened a website, and still is not looking presentable. How
Okay.
do I manage it?
Well, if you want to open a website, let me just give you some tips right here, because if you want to go into that topic, that is something so big entirely. You don't understand. So website these days, there are website you design from a scratch, and there are some website there are also some already made templates that are there. What you just need to do is just to pay, get a domain name.
But we have free
domain host.
websites. We have the free ones.
Yes, there are some sites you go, and they have a template. What I mean by template is that the template for your website is already there. Like the front page of your website, what would you want the front page to be like? It's already there. So you just click, you edit it, you put what you want to be there. The name of your company, those are templates. All right. There are some sites that have those BlogPress and a lot of them.
WordPress.com.
Yes, they have those templates already. So if you want to go into the advanced, advanced way of learning the website design, that means you want to start from a scratch then, and which is beyond the scope of this particular meeting.
Okay, so give me some numbers. Like, if you want to do this, is that the number you click. If you want to get your, there are some keywords numbers that we use. Please don't hide those secrets from us, because
No.
our people are actually watching. They want to get some. No, not everybody have this access to get access I mean, not this access to have people to tell them what they have to do. And this is why Flip TV is open to everybody to learn and get to generate one or two things from it. So please give us the tips.
Okay, I think I'll just start and he will conclude that. Okay, now there are some basic codes that you need to know upstairs. All right, there's these basic codes like I've had some experience, and so many people calling me. They went to, let's just say, a computer village, Lagos, Nigeria, and they want to get a phone. At the end of the day, they came back and they noticed that that phone, it's a duplicate phone. And that is duplicate. What I mean by duplicate, you can see something like a Samsung product, like this, but it's not actually Samsung. So that means somebody somewhere has duplicated that phone and shipped it down to Nigeria. So there are some basic code that you need to know as well. Like we also tell people, when you're buying a phone, you check the originality of that phone. If the phone is okay, like we have some codes from different product. Like when you want to go for what is it called? iPhone. You just type star 3001 hash 12345 hash star, and once you type that code, automatically it will pop out. Some iPhones will show you dashboard, some iPhones will show you mains, and some iPhones will also show you what is it called, filters. Okay, once they show you those details, you are, let's just say, about 60% sure that that phone is actually from what, from the manufacturer. And it's not only that, you need to check there are some details you still need to check to confirm. It's not only when it pop up like that that you just conclude that that iPhone is original. So when the dashboard pop out for you, you need to check it very well. Check the signal strength, check a lot of things there if they're actually functioning, because some fake phones they can just pop out that thing and nothing is working. You understand? Nothing is working. So that's that for iPhone. And we also advise people they should pick the IMEI by dialing star hash 06 hash and go to Google for IMEI checkout to verify if the IMEI is actually from that particular phone. All right, so that is that. And Techno, we have code for Techno, which you can type star hash 4636 hash star and something like testing menu will pop out for you, and a lot of code like that that you can just actually dial.
Okay, so for that of the IMEI number, a lot of people, once you try to tell them about the originality of their phones, that is the first thing they will use to counter you. They will tell you that it came with an IMEI number.
And once it pop out for you, you will check out if you can see something like call enable or some phone numbers in between that middle. If you see some phone numbers there, you just type hash hash 002 hash to cancel. All right, these things you ought to be checking like 2 or 3 times in a week. So you type star hash 61 hash. Then if there are phone numbers there or call enable, you type hash hash 002 hash to cancel. And it's not only that one, we also ask you to check what? Check your applications if there are spy app in your application as well. And again, if avoid clicking on anyhow link, just like we said. If you click on anyhow link, it can also give somebody your location, all right, to monitor you. Maybe somebody is looking for you, they can just trick you and send you something that the federal government is sharing money, or they just send you something like that. Wow, check out this offer. You just click on it and automatically your location has been exposed. So it's not all the time that you on your location that you off the location that you're expecting somebody not to track you. Those clicking of link can also lead somebody to your location as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, well, talking about information communication technology, well, kindly enlighten us and our viewers watching about information communication technology.
Okay, information ICT stands for information and communication technology. All right. The main aim of information and communication technology, is just to bring information, communication, and technology together. All right. So it has so many branches. So if I want to talk about information and communication technology here, it will go beyond the scope of this meeting. So in brief, that's just what it's all about: information and communication technology. So when you start beating around the branches of ICT is very, very wide. All right. So but the basic things you need to know is it's all about information. It's all about communication. It's not about technology. All right. So if I am passing an information, all right, through your device, and you responded to me, it's also an information and communication technology thing. All right. So that is just the basic thing you need to know here right now. So if I pass an information to you, that is an information. Maybe I type using my phone and I type to you. I'm using technology to type to you and you respond there. That is information and communication using the technology. So that's just the basic thing you need to understand.
All right.
About that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this time. I really get enlightened
No
for this
problem.
conversation. Well, for another time,
Okay.
but for right now, we have to call it a day.
No
And I
problem.
want to say your name,
Samuel Abuedachi.
Mr. Samuel and Mr.
Samson.
Samson
Yes.
Sunday. I really appreciate you coming on Flip TV this afternoon, and would like you viewers to kindly comment whatever question you want to ask. Kindly drop the question, and they will respond to your question. My name once again is September Akiwande, and this is Flip TV, brands, products, and services. So I appreciate you guys for coming on Flip
No
TV this
problem.
afternoon.
Thank
And
you
for
very
my
much.
technicians, everyone, I want to say thank you. And viewers, everyone, I'd say thank you for watching. Join me every Wednesday on Brands, Products, and Services. Like, share, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And I want to say goodbye. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.